Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Triangle Strategy. This is episode 30, I think. So we just watched Sorsley get obliterated.
That same day, word spread throughout Hyzant of Sorsley End's demise, and that of House End along with him.
Wow. Alright. Lila. Okay, so this is the Minister of Medicine.
I understand Sorsley End is with the goddess now. What a pity.
Wasn't she standing there? Like, she's one of the Saintly Seven, wasn't she? Isn't she? Wasn't she standing there?
He has been counted among the dead from the accident.
Ah.
Keep spinning
Maybe
those
not.
lies, and soon they shall be tied around your neck. Though in truth, I'm surprised they've not done so already. Are you not pleased, milady? Shall I inform Minister Edor? Be my guest. Without me, all research grinds to a halt. My mind is without equal.
Okay. Calm down.
But of course, Minister, I was only teasing. Would it kill you to smile for once?
Yes, it would, apparently.
Be more aware of the words from your mouth. Remember, you are not but Edor's pawn. Forgive me. Where are my manners?
There's something going on here.
Now pray, return to your precious research. See that you complete it, for you know who.
Okay. Keep y'all secrets, I see how it is.
I know full well who it serves. We're all pawns in the end.
Well, okay then. That was about the least informative side story I've seen in a while. It was literally just, hey, let's bandy back and forth and not actually say anything. Yatta.
Seems as if the troubles never cease. I'd kill for a drop of ale.
I take it you and Benedict have seen your share of trouble. You have both served House Wolfort for many years, yes?
Aye. We both served Lord Simon since we were green between the ears. Through the good times and the bad.
You ever
Same now,
imagine
you wouldn't
Benedict being
believe the
green
stories
between
of
the
what
ears?
we got up to in our tender years.
Huh.
Even then, though, he was always the schemer. Always drawing me into his fanciful plots.
That's because you're a thick one,
Has
friendo.
so much changed since then?
No.
I don't reckon so. In any case, was there something you wanted to ask me?
There was. The other day, Benedict posed quite the strange question to me.
War crimes?
Where snowbell blossoms bloom?
Indeed. I thought perhaps you had seen trace of the flowers while scouting with Flugy.
I've spotted clusters of them in the deep mountain passes before, but not of late.
So it is as I thought.
The fuck are we
They
talking about
have
here?
ever been a rare sight, even more so in recent years. I had thought to procure one, but it may be wise to temper my expectations in that regard.
Life always finds a way to flourish. I am certain Anna and I can find one before long.
I would not have you chasing my idle fancies. You both have more vital duties to attend to.
I was gonna say, like,
Of course.
fair enough. Bad enough.
So, Benedict's looking for a snowbell blossom. What's so peculiar about that?
Nothing, if it were anyone else asking. However,
I mean,
I think you'd agree that Benedict is not the type to go picking flowers on a whim.
yeah, I would assume
They
that
say
someone
that
has a
when a
reason for
snowbell
trying to find it.
blooms-
Yeah.
That moment is frozen in time. Aye.
Precisely. You and Benedict both never fail to surprise. But of all flowers, why the snowbell? Does he have some lady love I'm unaware of?
I can't speak to that, but I'll tell you one thing, Hewitt. We've all got moments locked away and placed close to our hearts. You, me, even a stubborn-headed mule like Benedict. Like the snowbell, we want him frozen like that forever. And like the snowbell, they're liable to shatter if we let another handle them carelessly.
I understand. I apologize if I was too forward. Let us forget the matter.
No, it isn't you that needs to apologize. I'm always telling Benedict no one likes being lectured.
It was enlightening. I see you and Benedict are true friends.
For lack of a better word, aye.
Wow, lack of a
Bring
better
me a
word.
draft of ale, and I'll tell you all about our younger days. At least, what I can remember. I recall Benedict wasn't nearly as capable as he is now.
I bet that's a fun conversation.
I may have to take you up on that offer.
Do you really reckon snowbells are still blooming somewhere out there?
Perhaps. Though I've not seen them in this region. They may still bloom in the southern reaches.
In other words, a trek and a half from here. Don't give up the search, my friend.
What? I gotta know what's happening. They're so vague. They're so like. They're so freaking miserly with their information. I am intrigued though.
Working hard again today, I see. How fares the research?
It progresses, and shall continue to do so, provided you remain out of my way.
Oof.
Never one to mince words, are you? What is it you're researching exactly?
Your questioning remains distressingly inefficient. As I explained just yesterday, I'm exploring something truly groundbreaking.
That says a lot without saying anything.
And I'm asking you precisely how and why it's groundbreaking.
Yeah, thanks.
That would entail a thorough explanation of surface melting on ice crystals, one even you could understand.
Okay.
From there, I would have to explain how the quasi-liquid film on said crystal can then be thermodynamically stabilized.
Okay.
All right. You win. I'm sorry I asked.
I was following. Let's go.
But I can tell by your attitude all this work isn't good for you. You should join me for a swig of wine.
I'd rather not.
And why not?
Research has shown that wine inhibits the brain's higher functions.
Fewer words, more wine. A glass might shake a brilliant new idea out of that massive head of yours.
But my precious research!
Oh boy. Twists his arm, forces him to
All
drink.
I desire is to carry out my research without interruption. Are you listening, Eridor?
Wow.
My research on my terms. Why can they not grant me this one thing?
Yeah, well,
This cannot stand, Eridor. You hauled me out here, yet you haven't so much as haven't touched your glass.
oh, so you're an angry drunkard, are you? Lovely.
Well, he told you he didn't want to drink. You're the one who forced him
Me?
to.
A drunkard? Balderdash.
I like Dash.
It's the
I might
damn
use that in the future.
ministry. All their restrictions and secrecy. How are we to move forward if we can't share our techniques? Am I wrong?
You're damned right. As always, of course, about everything.
Sitting on all that knowledge and skills is
Christ.
it's not good. Worse than me locking myself up here.
You have like one glass of wine and just immediately conked out.
Glorious silence. Thought the poor fool would never shut up. Right then. Off to bed with you.
Like, what the fuck, Eridor? Like, you can't be complaining if you're the one who got him drunk. When he didn't want to get drunk. Yay. Alright, do a quick save. Let's go check the encampment real quick. We've got someone ready to promote. I'll go with Frederica. Fire Eater and Pillars of Fire. She looks fucking dope in this fucking upgrade. She looks so cool. I can't believe we haven't done her sooner. Real neat.
I hope I did not disappoint.
Promoted. Fire Eater and Pillars of Fire. They're so fucking stingy with their medals of bravery. That is a pain in the ass. Check. Fire Eater. Grant an ally the ability to absorb fire for 3 turns. Cool. Pillars of Fire. Deal fire-type magic damage to enemies across 5 horizontal squares and set the ground ablaze. Holy shit. That's pretty good. Pretty solid. Very expensive, but pretty solid. We can check. Weapons. Great available. Got. Increases the effect of Be Brave. Grants you and your partner a little HP when you perform a follow-up attack. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Honestly, that's pretty dope. Very well.
So, Lord Serenoa, What shall you do now?
Well,
Go
I shall
back
speak
to my
plainly.
kingdom.
The Holy One wishes to aid House Wolffoot.
thank you, Your Holiness.
Your house is known throughout all Norzelia, and rightly so, given the vital land you control.
It would be quite the blow if Esfrost's aggression spelled the end of your domain.
The Hierophant tells me a seat amongst the Saintly Seven shall be yours, should you desire it.
Excuse me?
And I would not hesitate to accept it if it meant securing peace for my people.
Then perhaps we can find common ground.
Wait,
The Hierophant, however, has a concern.
Fucking elephant in the room here, guys. Frederica is my fiance, or betrothed, right? And you have her people enslaved. Also, how are you gonna make me one of the Saintly Seven when I don't follow your religion, like, at all?
I would hear it.
The Roselle living in your domain. They are descendants of the sinners who dwell at the source. That is their proper place. There they offer themselves to the goddess in the hopes they may one day atone for their sins. The Hierophant longs to see them return to their rightful home.
Sucks to suck, nerd.
You would have me surrender them to you.
It is not my place to make demands. I am merely to deliver unto you the word of the Hierophant. And so I have done.
Yep, well, deuces. Are they gonna make this the choice? Like, is this gonna be what we have to weigh against? Handing over the Rosellans or not?
Will you surrender the Roselle to Hyzant?
No, absolutely not.
I don't know.
What?
As you are doubtless aware, Lady Frederica, the vow of Lord Simon himself binds us to protect them. Alas, our house is not what it once was.
Yeah, it's more
Is that
than
a
it once
reason
was.
to cast aside
It's
its
off.
honor? My father, as well, likely had a hand in orchestrating their protection.
Agreed.
Ah, my friends, I apologize that we once again meet under dire circumstances.
No, you don't. Piss off.
You face a difficult choice, one I do not envy. Have you decided?
Not yet. We will, you can be sure.
They've got us by the small ones, and they know it. They made this request full aware of our history.
Lest you misunderstand, allow me to illuminate your position. You are not the noble hawks you think yourselves to be. You are vultures, feeding off the scraps of Sorceley's corpse.
You've got some nerve.
I speak from experience when I say that the title of Saint is not to be worn lightly. Are you prepared?
I have zero.
Prepared?
Okay.
For what? Doubtless you are aching to break free of your fetters, to take wing and soar.
This honestly feels a little weird, right? Like this, what basically amounts to a country, is suddenly allowing me, the High Lord, or one of the High House Lords of another country, what amounts to the position of a High Lord in their country, after having orchestrated the death of another one of their ministers, but I don't follow their religion at all, and I would basically have to become subservient to them. Like, why the fuck would I do? Why is this even on the table? Like, it feels so weird that Hyzant is like, we'll make Serenoa a member of the Saintly Seven. Like, what? Excuse me?
To do that, blood must be spilled. The blood of enemy, friend, and self alike. Your freedom lies at the end of a trail of dead.
Would you like to be on that trail, Exam? Because I can make that so.
If you are not prepared to make that journey, to endure that sacrifice, then cast aside your pretensions and grovel.
If we weren't already outside, I would suggest we take it there. Like,
grovel or bleed. Poor options, both.
Fuck Hyzant, right? Like, this is what I said from the very beginning. Just fuck Hyzant. They are hot garbage, and I feel zero... Don't you do it, boyo. I feel zero, like, urge to ally with them. They're totally going to do this. This is going to be the scenario. Understand why they would offer a spot for the reason you mentioned. I assume there's some serious secret motive. Yeah, there's got to be some weird shit going on. Because I would imagine, like, the people of Hyzant, once they heard, right, like, you know, like, a Wolfort is going to become a member of the Saintly Seven, they'd be like, what the fuck? Right? Like, that would be so weird. Yeah, Serenoa, absolutely. Serenoa being like, I don't know about turning over the Rosellans feels like complete and utter bullshit. That feels completely against his character. Like, this entire time, he has been so pro... Yeah, he's been so pro, like, hey, Frederica, I'm on your side, you know, you gotta be fair to people, blah, 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 absolutely. Like, that's very, very weird to me. Stop touching, boy! Stop it! Stop it! Don't touch! You touching ass boy! Don't touch my stuff! What are you doing with those paws?
Lord Simon protected the Roselle who fled Hyzant.
Don't you touch.
And the village they established within the Wolfort domain. 30 years have passed since then. The Hierophant uses the illegal salt trade incident as leverage to demand those Roselle be sent to the source, where Hyzantian faith dictates they must reside.
Except that's the thing, though. He's using the illegal salt trade incident as leverage. What leverage? Right? Like, you have no leverage over me. I exposed one of your ministers, right? I have leverage over you. Absolutely, I agree, Jay. Like, 100%. I can see Frederica just being like, I cannot believe you fucking entertained the idea. What do you mean? Like, Frederica should have been like that. What do you mean you don't know? That's fucking bullshit.
To secure the Hierophant's goodwill and the subsequent protection of House Wolfort, Serenoa has no other choice but to acquiesce.
I will stop playing the game. I don't know if I will stop playing the game or if I won't. If the game forces me to hand over the Rosellans with no choice, right? Like, they make me make a choice about goddamn everything, but I don't get a choice on this?
Thus, with House End ruined and a vacant position among the Saintly Seven to be filled, rumors of House Wolfort's ascendancy start sounding more credible than ever to the people of Hyzant.
I fucking better get a chance to choose, because that is horseshit. Oh, this boy. Don't you touch, you roly, stretchy cat. Yeah, I know that is worth saying, because it's cooling me down. Because the way that they worded that made it seem as if I had no choice but to acquiesce,
Lord
which is
Serenoa,
bullshit.
I believe it may be in our best interests to turn over the Roselle after all.
I don't give a shit what you believe, Benedict.
But they fought so hard to escape Hyzant. They would never agree to return.
It would be a show of good faith to the Saintly Seven and secure House Wolford's safety.
I really don't care, Benedict. I would rather go down fighting, right? So,
if the
no,
situation
fuck off.
calls for force.
I think he had to sound wishy-washy because if he had a strong chance against it, giving the player the choice to choose wouldn't make sense. Fucking
Well, we
no
must
war crimes.
Be prepared, to borrow Minister Exham's words.
It's another example of me just not liking the writing in this game, Jay. You're right, it's shitty both ways. It's another example of me not liking how the writers set up the choices for the players, but then make the choices sometimes not matter, or make the setup sometimes not matter, etc., etc. Like, Sereno, for example, feels like after that, I've already felt this for a while, but Sereno definitely feels like he has no personality of his own, right? Because he's so, generally speaking, he's so wishy-washy. We'll decide together, right? But the one thing that he has had going on this entire time is that kind of like honorable, gotta do what's right kind of thing, right? And now with this, it's just like that shattered in my mind. The imagery of him at least trying to do the right thing has just shattered in my mind.
I see. Give me time to think over the matter.
Weak.
Where is Frederica?
She's pissed. Where do you think she is?
Oh, she left for the source with Prince Roland. She said she wanted to see where the Roselle live for herself.
That seems dangerous.
Ah, indeed. Byzantine law requires all Roselle to make their home at the source.
It seems a little dangerous to allow our... I say allow, but to just let her go there with the prince in hiding.
She is most troubled over this, Lord Sereno. Please, if you could...
I understand. I will make for the source at once.
Why? So you can be wishy-washy to her there? My goodness. Boyo, how are you gonna be asleep like that? He's a pretty sweet boy. Yeah, Paul? Bitch. Ramza Serenoa is not? Absolutely. Okay, this bewitching dancer wasn't a character at all prior to, you know, 2 scenes ago, and now she's showing up all over the place.
Who might you be?
Also, why is
Someone
Silvio
who
just
brings good
hanging
tidings.
out?
An offer you may wish to consider.
Why has he not made it back
I
to
am
his,
ruined.
like...
Who would want to offer me anything?
It is Minister Edor's wish. Will you hear me out?
Don't you?
One of the Saintly Seven? Then you are Hyzantian.
My master is eager for your assistance, as you are quite close to House Wolford.
He's not close to House Wolford. Tapping 4. You touch me, that's fine. But you keep touching my stuff, and that's not fine. You keep touching my stuff, and that's not fine.
Thalus, thank you for making the necessary arrangements. No need to thank me. I am your Prime Minister, after all.
I just want to burn Hyzant to the ground. I want to burn
S
Esfrost to the ground. I kind of want to burn Whiteholm to the ground. Like, everyone sucks in this game.
Then everything is in place. It is time.
Is there nothing I might do to aid you, brother?
If there were, I would tell you.
Oh, great. Gustadolf's
And the
also
consortium,
sexist. Awesome.
Oh, I expect we shan't have any trouble from them. I have promised them a considerable sum to stay out of our way.
Of course you did, because everyone in this game can be bribed.
Now it is just a waiting game. I wonder how long the Hyzantians will last.
Oof. He's like, no, I bite. Alright. Now we get to go see the Roselle at the source. This is gonna be great.
Please.
You
I'd
think
only
you know
like
which
to
route
glimpse
you'll
the
end up
goddess's
in
sacred
the end?
grounds for
And it's
myself.
the same one you did?
It won't
Interesting.
take but a moment.
That may be, but outsiders are not permitted into the source for such frivolities. And you are Rosellan. You ought to understand the teachings better than anyone.
Frederica.
Serenoa, forgive my impulsive behavior.
There's nothing to forgive. I too wish to learn more of the Roselle and Hyzant.
I mean, there's nothing to forgive. No, you're an adult. You can do whatever you want to do. But it is a little brash to take Roland out like this.
Not knowing would make my decision easier, but still I feel I must.
Not knowing would make your decision easier? Okay, that's a trash fucking statement.
Serenoa? From House Walfort?
Oh, and because we're a prospective for the Saintly Seven, he's gonna let us in now.
The very same. Lord Serenoa Wolfort. The one who will assume control of the salt trade in short order, as House End once did.
Well, hold the phone on that thought, Roland.
To that end, we are here today for a preliminary inspection of the grounds.
That's not true.
So the rumors were true.
They're somewhat true.
Well, are you refusing the newest addition to the Saintly Seven entry into the source?
Of course not. Please, right this way.
Papers, please. That was some D&D bluff style shit right there. I did enjoy that. That was nice. This I don't enjoy. Oh, and Edor's just hanging out there. Cool. Fantastic. That dude was just dead in a pile of salt. Oh, there's two dead dudes. Awesome. Is this the daily prayer moment?
All right, you Rosellan wretches. Time for worship.
Yes, it is.
Minister Edor of
Those
the Saintly Seven himself will be giving the sermon today. You should be thankful. Heed his word, and your sins shall be cleansed.
Yeah?
Roselle, do you know why you are imprisoned at the source, condemned to toil? It is because your ancestors committed the most heinous of sins.
Yeah?
Long, long ago, they schemed to seize control of the salt that the goddess bequeathed to the people of Nozelia.
Okay. So you put all the members of House End in here, right? Because that's what Sorsley just did, right? So all the members of his house, his household, his bloodline, they should now be condemned to toil along with the Roselle, right?
They seized the source for themselves, wresting every last grain of salt from other peoples, desperate for the resource. Using the salt they hoarded as a shield, they terrorized the land, destroying any who stood against them in their thirst for domination. Fanned by their greed, The flames of war long ravaged our land. Countless innocents lost their lives. What a terrible, arrogant people. Their cursed souls dwell within you, their progeny, to this very day.
So this is literally just the prior ruling class. Wow. Okay. Hyzanta's fucked up.
Indeed. The proof is in the very color of your hair. The same red as the blood that flowed from their countless victims.
I mean, it's more of a pinkish, really.
Our people sinned against the goddess. We are a detestable blight upon Norzelia.
Oh, goddess of salt.
God,
please,
indoctrination.
forgive us our sins. Forgive us.
Your sins? What sins?
Do not despair, for the goddess of salt is ever merciful and kind.
My God.
She grants even the worst of sinners.
I hate
even
this.
You,
I hate
a
all of
chance to
this.
atone. That atonement.
You want to
will
join
only
this,
come
Sarah
through
Noah?
hard work here at the source.
This is what you want to be a part of.
By quenching this earth with your sweat, by giving your lives to this labor, your cursed souls will be cleansed and welcomed back to the goddess's side. Only then, when your sins have been washed away, can you hope to be reborn into a pure body and once again walk upon Norzelia. People of the Roselle, surrender your lives to the source and give your thanks to the great goddess.
Hard pass.
O goddess of salt, for you I give myself, stained with sin as I am, to the source. Thank you for granting us the chance to atone.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is enough. Now take that gratitude and turn it toward your work.
Disgusting.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
This is atonement? And the Roselle accept it as a fitting punishment? Even if that story Idor told is true, no sin warrants this kind of cruel retribution.
Absolutely not.
Hyzant maintains control over Salt now. Are they then not guilty of the same crime?
Right?
You are right. But this is as the goddess of salt commands, is it not?
And? Again, they're really like just letting Serenoa feel like a piece of trash. Oh my God. Gas weighs nothing when compared to the weight of our sins. Oof. Movement bangle. Hold up. I'm curious about that. Gotta put that on some people. Yeah. She says. She says, yeah. Need only follow the goddess's teaches in order to be absolved. Big doubts. Did that guy just say, I hope they give us water today? I hope they give us water today. Implying that they do not always give them water each day. Yo, that's how people just die. At that quality stone, quality stone. Bump, bump. They force young and old alike to toil in deplorable conditions and have the audacity to call it atonement. They don't even tend to those who collapse from exhaustion. They treat my people worse than criminals. Yep. Just drink the water in the lake. Oh, well, you know. Breaks my heart to behold such cruelty. I can scarcely imagine what it must be like to suffer through this. Yeah, don't look away. Take it all in. So, after all, so few are granted access to the source. But I fear I cannot bear to stare into the void where Hyzan's humanity should be and see my people suffer. Yeah, don't stare into the void. But take it in, and then we... Like, you know what? I'm so far removed from the original concept of this game, of like, or at least as it was presented to me, and like, you know, fighting against Esfrost and you know, reinstating Roland as king of fucking Whiteholm or whatever. Like, I don't give a shit about that right now. My only go-to is how can I dismantle Hyzant and free the Roselle? Like, so we lumber on, a beast without a head, no one to issue orders should a crisis arise. Hardly surprising, he was one of the Saintly Seven. They'll not replace him so hastily. Rumors swirl that they might call upon the Warfork boy. I don't care if they pick my own mother so long as the position is filled. So they would install me as overseer of the source if I can find my way into the Saintly Seven. That's so weird, though. That's just so weird. Treatment of the Roselle here is utterly inhumane. Sorry you had to lay eyes on the Tainted Ones, but this is where the Roselle pay their penance. Quota met, failed to meet quota, given 3 lashes as warning, failed to even come close to meeting quota, given 5 lashes as warning, failed to meet quota for 3rd day in a row, given 10 lashes as punishment, rations and water reduced by 1/3, failed to meet quota 10 days in a row, poor physical condition, fever shows no sign of breaking, suspending rations. We just starved that one to death. Deceased, replaced by 9-year-old boy, failed to meet quota, given 3 lashes as warning. Christ. Interesting. The Tainted Roselle are fated to live out their days working in the source in the hope that they may one day atone for their sins. They are nothing like the rest of us by the very nature of their birth. They are impure and lack integrity. Nature of one's birth does not enter into it. We are all born the same. Forgive my lack of decorum, but only an unbeliever would dare utter something so stupid. And therein lies the problem, doesn't it? And of all the unbelievers, it's you, the Lord of House Wolfort, loudly proclaiming we are born equal from the seat that is his birthright. I trust you'll have no trouble explaining why the Holy One seems poised to offer this unbeliever a seat among the Saintly Seven. Well, clearly that is not for me to know. None can truly know the goddess's ways. Yeah, bitch. Okay, we're gonna do another talk across everyone real quick. See if anything changed. Nope. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. We should return to the encampment. Sure. Fucking A. That's a depressing episode.
This is more awful than I imagined.
Yeah, isn't it?
Will you
And it
still
just-
send any Roselle in the Wolfort domain here? Force them into a life like this?
It isn't right. It isn't just. I don't care that it would ensure our own safety.
Exactly.
Indeed. It would be unforgivable. What is just is constantly in flux depending on the circumstances. That said, protecting people is always the right thing to do. Wouldn't you agree, Serenoa?
Yeah, Benedict's
I feel
gonna
the
be
same
over
as
here
you
be
both,
like, yes, but to protect most of our people, is it not acceptable to sacrifice some of our people? No, it's not. That's not how that works.
My apologies. I didn't mean to place all the blame on you. Still, we continue stumbling on the path before us.
Ay, 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 ay. Oh, we just fucking bounced back home real quick?
Serenoa and his retinue return to their domain, their every step weighed down by the heavy task Hyzant has placed upon them.
Alright, I guess. We just bounce all the way back home. Again, I don't
Elsewhere,
know.
the newly restored kingdom of Glenbrook begins to take action under Queen Cordelia's leadership.
Nice. I still don't know, like, time frames in this game. Time still feels very wibbly wobbly, right? Because, like, in theory, you know, I'm thinking it should take, you know, a couple days to get from, like, Whiteholm to you know, Wolforts from Wolforts to Hyzant, etc., but they just bounce around like it's like an afternoon trip or some shit, so I don't know.
The kingdom issues a joint proclamation with Esfrost against Hyzant, halting all trade and severing diplomatic ties with the Holy State.
Of course it does. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and call that video here, or this video here. Not a very levity-driven episode here. We're definitely voting against sending the Roselle to Hyzant. My fucking god. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're gonna keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you fucking next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.